A bicycle that influenced my next build. You're not going to want to miss this coming up on Throttle Power. It's been said we get inspiration from all around us all the time. Well, back in 2014, Felt Bicycles came out with this bike here called the Deep Six. I just love that bike. I love board track bikes. They're down and dirty, very mechanical. And the photography of them over the years has just been outstanding. Super cool, super cool. But back in about 2010, I purchased a bike from Felt Bicycles called the Chief. It's one of my favorite bikes. Those white tires, again, board track style. What a great cruiser, fun bike to go riding on. It's very comfortable, but it's kind of like I'm reliving back in the days of the board track days on a bike. But anyway, I had a chance to build a board track car, not a bike. I'd like to do a board track bike someday. Iceman Collections came out with the Morgan three-wheeler. As you know, I built a Morgan three-wheeler not too long ago. This one right here. Here's a video of it. And if you want to see a complete full unboxing of that Morgan three-wheeler, look for this video at the very end. This isn't about an unboxing of this kit. This is about building the second one. I like this so much, I had to go with round number 2. This time, board track style. Let's get the camera turned around and I'll show you how I board tracked this Morgan three-wheeler from Iceman Collections. Before I start my board track racer, I wanted to show you exactly what the body and interior looks like. And again, if you want to see a complete review or unboxing of this kit, I'll link it in the video right there. Just click onto that at the end and you can see a complete review of this kit in an unboxing. But what I'm going to do to the body, I wanted to show you, is I'll be shaving about everything off like that and filling in those 2 holes in the back where the tail lights go in and just kind of cleaning it up. It just needs cleaned up a little bit as far as sanding goes to smooth things out. But other than that, it's a very clean body, you can see. And for the interior tub, since it's going to be a board track racer, I'm going to turn this interior tub into a single seat motorcycle type car. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to take all this out. I will leave the side panels and then we will see what happens. But to do the seat, I'm thinking about going with Highlight Model Studios. I picked up some photo etched seats that are they are outstanding. I just couldn't believe these seats. But I picked up some sets because I knew I'd be doing this and I want to do a few hot rods. But that's what they look like. And if you guys want to see a complete review video on these, let me know. Just let me know, hey, I want to see a review on those photo etched seats, those bomber seats. And I will do a review video on them about how they are, how they go together, where to get them, and everything. So let me know down below. But I just wanted to kind of get you up to date on the body and interior before I start mutilating that, I should say, because this thing's going to be stripped down bare bones. Another thing I'm going to do for the front end, I've already taken one of the fenders off, just kind of playing around, give you a little idea. But on the front end, I'll be taking a lot of stuff off the front end. I'll be taking, obviously, the other fender off, the headlights, and the brackets for the headlights. So we'll strip a few things off this front end, because again, you know, a board track racer, it's going to be bare bones stripped down. And we're also going to make a little cool wooden base for this to sit on, and I will be taking this to shows, so it'll sit on that wooden base. Anyway, let's get building on this thing, or shall I say, let's get sanding on the body, and then I'll get you up to date on what I come up with. With a lot of sawing and drilling and cutting, you just got to really take your time because this is fragile. I basically got the whole underneath out. To start making the interior tub, I decided to go with sheet plastic. I grabbed some sheet plastic and just started tracing, and then just start cutting. You can cut this stuff with scissors. It cuts really well. There I've got the underneath done. It's working out. You got to keep mocking things up to make sure everything works. To cover the back seat, I ended up going with sheet plastic on that too. There's the back of the seat covered up. To fill in those holes in the back where the taillights would go, I used headlight stems. Sheet plastic for the sides. Got that all shaped and cut to size. And it's going in. The interior tub ended up being a whole lot easier than I thought it would be. And there's the piece I took out. Now it's dashboard time. That was a little bit more challenging, as you had to get the curve and the shapes completely right. I got the template made, traced the template on sheet plastic, cut it out, and I think I'm good to go. And I even got a place for a aluminum column that I put in. And there's the interior mocked up, and my mess to clean up. I've got the body all ready for paint, and I'm getting ready to just take it outside and hit it with some red oxide primer. The interior tub, it's done. This was it was fragile to do. Again, I took out the whole entire bottom, and I decided just to put a piece of plastic over the back of the seat. I was trying to fill that in, it wasn't working out, but we got that going on. We're going to get that in aluminum color. And this is coming along pretty nice. There's the primer I used for the body, and it was also going to give me the base for my weathering. To paint the tire, I love the Tamiya rubber black. It works great, and it's also self-leveling and actually hand brushes pretty well. Very convincing color too. There's the two colors I used to paint the body, a gloss and a flat red. I went with the gloss on the bottom and flat on the top. I painted the gloss first and then started from the top and worked my way down about 2/3 with the flat to give it that worn and weather look, kind of sun faded look. As you can see, I went with the salt technique, sprayed over the salt and scraped all the salt off. And that's what you end up with, showing the primer underneath. Another mock-up, can't mock up enough. And look at the front of those tires, they're white. Another cool thing, here's a neat story, that number 7 there, I originally had some different I had some decals on there originally for numbers, and when I went to go weather the numbers, one of the sides chipped off very bad, and I was really upset. So I decided to hand letter the number. And that's what I came up with. Kind of a little happy accident. I actually like my hand lettered number better, and then I was able to weather that number, and we have a weathered number 7. The underneath is gluing in. This thing's coming along pretty well. The exhaust, I cut it all the way down to just those two little nubs that'll be coming off the engine block. The original exhaust goes from the front to the very, very back. I also open up the ends, and then I decided to wrap my exhaust, and I took a shop towel, stripped it, and then actually stripped it in half to even have a thinner towel, and then wrap my exhaust for the wrapped exhaust look, like you see on a lot of the old race cars. I love that look. That's how thin of a piece I used to wrap it. Getting the front end all put together, various colors of paint. Putting my gauges in. Here's all my gauge stuff. A lot of different photo etch you can buy for gauges. But I get asked also how I get a glass appearance when I put gauges in. I like using this diamond glaze, and it'll dry crystal clear, and those will look like glass over those gauges. We're on the home stretch now. I took my Tamiya weathering powder and ran some black exhaust streaks down the side of it. That's what that little case is on the right there. Getting ready to put on the front end and tires and wheels, and voila, we've got a finished Morgan. What do you think about this board track car? Let me know down below what you think. Do you like this one better? Do you like the other one I did better? I'll show you the other one here in a second, my silver one. I really dig this car. Just stripped down, bare bones, something super simple and basic. Again, if you guys are looking for a stress-free build, low parts count, something that builds up really cool, I highly recommend this Iceman Morgan 3-wheeler. Man, get this thing while you can get it. This is a great fun kit. I hope you liked it. We'll see you guys on the next video on Throttle Power.